All right. So I am in the lab again, about to do some hemming. This is client work. Client work. So I have to hem a pair of jeans. Getting ready to hem a pair of jeans. Just trying to figure out some things first on this YouTube. Let's see. All right. All right. So I am getting ready to hem a pair of pants. I've already hem a pair of jeans actually that I'm going to keep the original hem on. Going to keep this original hem. And I've already measured up on the customer how much of a hem I need to take up, which is, I believe it's 3 inches. Yep, 3 inches. So this needs to be measured up 3 inches. So I'm going to do a hem, a jean hem, and we're going to keep the original hem. All right, so it's already pinned up. So when you are hemming a pair of jeans and you want to keep this original hem, what you're going to do is you're going to measure up how much they need to be hemmed, which is 3 inches. And then what you're going to do is you need to create a, whatever that hem is. So this is 3. You're going to divide that in half. So this is pretty easy. So there's a 3-inch hem that she needs, but I'm going to go a half of an inch. 1.5 inches. I'm going to mark up 1.5 inches. And I'm going to put some pins right there. So I'm just measuring 1.5 inches up. Total hem is 3 inches, but I am measuring 1.5 inches up. Because ultimately what this hem is going to do, the reason why we're doing a half of an inch is because we're going to start at 1.5 inches, half of her total hem, and then we're going to be folding up. So that's going to be a total of 3 inches. All right, so you see where I made my marks at. I'm just going to take and put a pin at that half mark. Haven't done a jean hem in a long time. All right. So the next thing we want to do is take this out. And so I marked at the half inch mark. Total hem is 3 inches. I did the half of 3 inches is 1.5. So I'm going to take and fold that up. Actually, no, I'm not. Oh, you know what? Hold on for 1 second. I'm going to put the pins through the single layer. Yeah, I haven't done this hem in a minute, so I'd actually put the pins through double layers through. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. All right. So I can see my line pins right here. So, Jesus, I haven't done this hem in such a long time. Did I forget? So let's see here. That's the 1/2 inch mark right there. 1/2 inch mark. And, oh, wait a minute. There we go, right there. Wait a darn minute. Have I forgotten just that quick? See, we do make mistakes. We seamstresses do make mistakes. So, let's see here. Here I am ready to do my hem, and I am, oh, wait a minute. Here. All right. All right, so okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. Here's my total hem is 3 inches. Total hem is 3 inches. I measured 1 inch, 1.5 inch down. All right. So now I'm just going to fold up on that 1.5 inch, and I'm going to pin. I just had a brain fart. Pin. Pin there. Oops. Pin there. All right. All right. All right, so now make sure everything is so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my sewing machine, and I am going to stitch right across, stitch right up under where you see the original hem at. I'm just going to go and stitch all the way across. And then once I'm done with that, we're going to turn that up. And then that's going to make our total 3-inch hem. And then I'm just going to do some top stitching right there. All right, so just to show you, there was a 3-inch hem total. What I did is I measured down 1.5 inch. I put a mark, or I used a pen. Then I folded up, and then I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and follow this stitching right here, right up under the original hem. So I probably need to change my pins around. And for this alteration, you will need your, you're going to need your zipper foot. All right, so I'm all good. Take this over to my sewing machine. Today I'm going to be using my Singer Heavy Duty because my Juki is acting up right about now, so because we're sewing a pants leg, I'm gonna use my free arm. And I think I got the right needle in here. So when you're sewing jeans, you should be using a jeans needle because this is going to get kind of thick once we fold it back up. So I do believe I think I do have a 90 in there, but you should use a jean needle. All right, so again, I'm going to be sewing right along the end of this, where this original hem is. So I have the tongue of this foot right there, and hey Marcia, I'm good. How about you? And I'm just going to make sure my stitches are all good. So these jeans are kind of thick. Got to get across this big hump right here. I need some help. Let me help it through. I hope my needle doesn't break. Okay. I'm gonna move my needle here. Okay. So you want to sew as close as you can to the end of the original hem, the bottom of the original hem. So here's another. One thing you got to watch out for are these corners. They can get kind of thick right in there. So that's why it's important to use the right needle when you're sewing jeans. So hopefully my needle won't break. Let me help it get through here. Let's see. I'm just helping it through. Hi, Chelsea. I gotta double check to make sure I have a 90 needle in here. But these are some thick jeans. I should have double checked that before I started, but I do believe this machine had a 90 needle in there. All right, so I am back where I began. Let me just clip these out of the way. All right. So I'm gonna go back over to my cutting table just to show you the next step. All right, so now that I've done that sewing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this under, and then that's going to be your total 3 inches. So I'm going to turn that under like that, and you'll see where there's a fold right here, and I want that fold to meet the stitching where the original hem is. And I am just going to put a pin there, folding it under. Pin right there. Put a pin right here. That's going to be like our little thick area I'm going to have to help my machine through. Folding it under. Need some scissors. Go ahead and cut these extra threads off. And then again, this little fold right here should match the top of the original hems, that stitching right there. Make sure that matches up. All right, so what I like to do is I just like to check, once I'm at this point right here, I like to check the length to make sure that everything is good. I like to check it up against the other pant leg. So I initially needed a 3-inch hem. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just place a little pin right there at the 3-inch mark. And I'm going to fold it up. And this is just to check again, to make sure that there you have it. Just measure inside. Probably bring that up a little bit, but I'm sure I'm on point. 3 inches, yep. So it matches. These are even. All right, so now I'm going to go over to my machine. I keep putting my pins in the wrong direction. They actually should be going that way. Okay. Ouch. All right, so, okay, so now I'm just going to go over to my machine and I am going to stitch right there in that fold, right on top of the original hem. So on jeans, I really truly don't like to start at a side seam because they're so thick. It's like you need some leeway, some leverage to get to it. So I'll start like at this point. So actually I'm gonna use my all-purpose foot, and that's to help hold down these thick seams, to help hold them down. Just gonna increase my stitch length just a little bit. And again, I'm just stitching right next to this fold. I have to help it over this little hump right here. So I'm just using my hand wheel to help it over this side seam. Move these pins out the way. Coming up on this side seam that I'm going to have to help my machine get through. This is a really thick one. So I'm going to use this hand wheel. I can't find my little thing that the little gray thing that comes with this machine. It helps you to get over these thick seams like this. have no clue where it's at because I normally would do this alteration on my Juki, but it's acting funny today. So this Singer heavy duty machine is the next best thing. How about I don't have everything that I need, like that little gray thing. If you all have the Singer heavy duty, you all know what I'm talking about. I have no clue where it's at now because I barely even use it, hardly even use it. Okay, I'm gonna lift that up and help it through. Okay. See, I'm stuck right there. These are some thick jeans where the side seam is like really thick. Stuck right there in that little corner. I'm just gonna help it through a little bit. You said you have a console. What's a well, I know what a console is. My console machine is it's a blind stitcher. Oh, you have you're talking about the console industrial machine. Yeah, so I have a yeah, mine is a Juki. I've had it since I think I bought it just right before COVID. So I've had it for about 5 years now. All right, so we are back at the original where I started, and I am done. Yeah, these jeans are like really thick. I kind of veered off just a little bit, but I'm okay. All right, so, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Wow, I veered off a lot. But you can't really see it. I probably should have used a gray thread instead of black, but that'll work. All right, so now the inside, this little extra seam allowance that's lingering here. What I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to serge that off. So let's go over to my serger. Already threaded with my black thread. Let's see here, where's my screwdriver? So I want to serge off that. And I really don't have to cut it. I don't have to cut it, so. All right. And just just going to serge this extra stuff off. It's a little thick right there. Okay, can actually serge off a little bit more, maybe. That should be good. All right. So here is a pair of jeans that are hemmed. And I kept the original hem. I do not like how that looks. Maybe I'll go over it again. So the next thing to do is give these a really good press. That would be give these really good press. So that is a pair of jeans hemmed keeping the original hem. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go over this again. So I don't really like the way that top stitching looks. But here it is. All right, that is it. I have some more alterations to do, but I just want to jump on and I guess share some sewing with you all today on Sunday. It is 12:30. And for those of you out there watching, thank you so much. Join me next time on my next live. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. I don't know. But thank you all for joining. And go ahead and like, subscribe, share, all that. Trying to get my views up, so help me out. All right. Thanks for watching. I guess to figure out how to end the live. I don't really do lives too often, but let's see. Why is it not ending?